Welcome to the first in our series on the MG-300 Mark II. You've already seen the overview and you saw Joko do his thing. Now we're going to start talking about how to set up the MG-300 Mark II, and in subsequent videos we're going to talk about a whole bunch of other things like navigating it, building presets, loading IRs, and all that great stuff. But in this video we're going to talk about setup. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to take this from the perspective of this is the first time you've ever used the MG-300 and you don't know how to get around in it. Well, the first thing we want to do is we want to access the global settings, because I want to take you through this and tell you what it's all about. So to get to the global settings, all you need to do is press the Edit, Exit button and the Save button at the same time. And that'll get us into the global settings. Now, at that point, we're going to use a combination of the buttons, the knobs, and the foot switches here at the bottom. So first and foremost, we have the foot switches. So to access this, all you have to do is use that rotary encoder. You can see how I can scroll around through this window, and then when I want to select something, I just press it to select. Now in this case, I'm not going to talk about the foot switches, but this is a really powerful function that enables you to not only use the two foot switches in 3 different ways. It's very creative and you're going to have a ton of fun learning more about this, and we will get into this in a separate video down the road. But I just want to keep going very quickly here through all of this and make this a very short video for you. The next thing we want to do is just talk about the expression pedal. When you first get an MG-300 Mark II, it's always a good idea to calibrate the expression pedal. Now to do this, we're going to press that rotary encoder there, and it's going to say expression independent with patch. We want to keep that on. But down at the bottom, it says save, press save to store, and then press the up button to begin calibration. So we're going to go ahead and click that up button, and now we're going to follow the directions. So we're going to set the pedal to its minimum level. We're going to hit that up button again. We're going to do the same thing at the maximum level, and now it's calibrated. That's all there is to it. It's so simple, but it will make your performance with the MG-300 Mark II that much stronger. Now going to the right, we've also got the global EQ. Now from the global EQ, this is the where you can really shape the bass, the mid, and the treble of the output of the MG-300 Mark II. I personally keep it flat, but this gives you an opportunity to go in and use the 3 knobs here to make the adjustments. And it's very simple. Now there's also a little indicator here that tells you that there's another page here. To access that page, you just use the page button. And now I have the ability to change the input trim, the phone, and the output as well. So it gives you a lot of control here. You just have to know where to find everything. Now moving on next, we've got the parameter follow. Now when parameter follow is engaged, when you go into a preset and you start making adjustments to like an effect or an amp, and then you switch that effect or amp for another one, but then you decide, oh, I want to go back to that again, you can go back to the original effect, and all of the settings that you set for that amp or that effect will remain there. It's a very cool function. So I would suggest turning it on. And to do that, you just use the encoder, select it, and go ahead and exit, and you're good to go. Now, moving to the right of that, we have the factory reset. Obviously, we don't need to do a factory reset, but if you ever run into a problem where it's just not behaving, because you never know, things happen, you can always do a factory reset, and there's also the hardware inspection as well. Now, finally, what I'm going to do is just go over here to mic and USB. Now, in mic and USB, we have the microphone controls. Now, as you may recall from Joko's video, there is a TRRS connection in the back, which means that it's a connection for live streaming, where there's a headphone output and there's also a microphone input on that connection. And from here, you can set up the microphone from that microphone headset to be used in a live streaming environment where you can set the volume by using the 1 knob. You can set the noise gate by using the 2 and 3 knobs as well. And if you click on that page button again, you now have control over your auxiliary input. And if you press it again, you can now change the USB audio settings as well. In some cases, you might want to actually do this from the computer, but you can do this here as well. So we really thought this one out, and we wanted to make sure that you will be able to access all of the power functions of the MG-300 Mark II from either here or from the software called QuickTone, which we're going to get into in a subsequent video. But for right now, that's going to get you started. So once you set everything up the way you want it, just go ahead and tap out to the top menu by just pressing the edit exit button repeatedly until you get to the top level. And now you're ready to go ahead. See, wasn't that simple? It only takes a couple of minutes to go through the setup process on the MG-300 Mark II. Now, in future videos, we're going to talk about getting around on the MG-300, how to do it from the MG-300 itself, how to do it from the QuickTone editor, and then we're going to get into all of the other great things that this multi-effect processor does. Stick around and we'll teach you how to use it.